Hi guys, I'm Miguel and James.
And I'm James Gutierrez.
And welcome to the TNT Fightcast.
Woo! This is what? This is episode 4? We're...
Three. Well, we started with episode 0, and then we did 1, 2, so this is episode 3.
I'm new to this. I'm excited. Like, we have taken a lot back. I mean, this is what? If this is episode 3, we've gone through all of the episodes, and... You know, I had a lot of comments on we're making things better. I mean,
Definitely.
I think this one works. I love literally it's called Pod Mic. I see it here. We got our notes. We got our notes. We got everything. We're ready for this. Ready. It's cold in the booth, so I got my jacket. You got the long sleeve.
Yeah, it's cold. It's definitely cold here.
Yeah. How have you been, man? It's been a minute.
I've been good. Been busy, of course, working on our next few events.
Yes.
And a bunch of other stuff. And, well, of course, planning out this podcast episode as well.
For sure.
How about you, James? How have you been?
I've been good. I mean, I've, it comes down to like what we were talking about previously was I get excited about building out fight cards. And as we start to look towards next events, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting excited. I'm being a fan of the sport. And like, you know, I start getting inspiration from watching other promotions, like, you know, both local, international. Biggest one, you know, UFC 299. That was amazing. That was a good one.
Yeah.
You had Cheat. Oh man, I don't know that chin that Cheeto has. It makes no sense. Like, cause he was getting punched flush.
Dude.
That knee flush to the face. It made no sense how he could take all of that.
Dude, TNT shot, dude. Dude,
yeah. Oh, dude.
Holy shit, he took all of that, dude.
Yeah.
And, dude, he wasn't finished. That's the thing. That's crazy. He took so much damage in that fight, but he still didn't go down.
Dude, I think, like, because when you look at the first, this is the second time they fought, and you got to look at, like, now, they both got so much better. O'Malley was piecing him up, just outclassing him.
O'Malley's really technical.
But he just took it like a tank. I'm trying to think, like, if we were gonna compare like Cheeto to someone locally, like someone who could take damage, a tank,
A real tank.
a real tank. Like, I'm thinking a good comparison. If we look back at our cards, like the guy who took the most damage and still kept moving forward, Curvin Lampacan.
Oh yeah.
Man, that
guy
co-main
is a
in
beast.
TNT 1, he took like, admittedly, I'll be like, I was calling the fight. He took a lot of damage the first 2 rounds, but what a rally in that 3rd round.
Oh yeah, definitely. Dude, in the 3rd round, he adjusted his game and he was hitting Manuel hard.
Dude, yeah,
You
it
know?
was close. I
close.
wasn't sure who was gonna take it home, but
If we had 2 more rounds, dude, it could have gone either way.
that's always the
gone either
case.
way.
That's always the case. Like, I would have liked to seen O'Malley versus Vera another 2 rounds. I think Vera had another 2 rounds left in him, but he lost it for me, like, because you know how he feels people out, right? Like,
Yeah,
first
yeah.
round he wants to check distance. He wants to make sure that he's got, you know, it's his feeling out round. But he never felt out. He could never fully feel out. O'Malley.
O'Malley, yeah.
He's just too quick.
O'Malley's very good. He's very technical.
fast.
He has a good grasp of the void. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The space between him and his opponents, and he's able to capitalize on that. He has really good timing. He knows how to cut angles. You know, he's just a very good striker.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt that once the distance is close, that he can adjust.
Yeah, and so it's fun to watch. Like, and so that's what I was saying. Like, I was watching these other events, getting inspiration, and being a fan, because that's how I want to build out our events. How I want to build
Definitely.
out our cards. It's, you know, for fighters, by fighters, but also for fans. You know, by the fans, for the fans. Like, because
We're
We're
fans.
Like,
We're
as in,
big fans.
I love, and with that, you know, there's a lot of how much support that we've gotten from not only our fans, but the community, everyone that's been around. And I love how we've grown so, you know, not to hurt myself, patting myself on the back, but how we've grown so quickly to see Middle Earth. That's what happens when you shoot a podcast. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
No, so I mean, we've taken a lot of I would say initiative to build out our fan base, build out the community, and it's been really fun to do so. Because, like,
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
see it. I want to see it from, like, how how I would want to see it. That doesn't make sense. I like putting together these events. Like if I put myself in the fans' perspective, I want to see like, okay, if I was gonna watch this walkout, if I was gonna see this fighter get into the ring, how am I gonna feel? And I see you do the same thing. We were talking about this when we were looking around for venues before. You're like, I want that fan perspective. Why is that so? I've been rambling. Why is that so important for you?
Well, for me, as a fan of combat sports myself, I like seeing like the personalities of our fighters.
Yeah.
From the moment they walk out and they get into the ring, because there's just like when two people fight in the ring, dude. There's just something epic about it. You know what I mean? And the build up from the walkout to the actual fight in the ring, dude. If they show us their personality, dude, that already hypes me up. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I cannot wait for these two to start, going at it in the ring. So, like, we really encourage that. Like, do you remember in TNT 1 when Sadang came out with this hat?
Oh, that's a classic.
That was cool.
It's the classic.
And then he did like a spinning heel kick during his walkout. That was pretty cool.
I was hoping he threw that in the fight.
Same.
I mean, he's a brawler. He's gonna just keep walking you down. I mean, he recently had the bare knuckle fight.
Oh, yeah.
And he similar style approach. As soon as that guy can start throwing kicks, dude, he's got the whole weight class on watch. But right now he's coming in, he's throwing the punches. He's like a bulldozer. But yeah, that those kind of things are so much fun. And like we want to, like how I would like to do it is I want to engage with the fans more.
Yes.
Because like you see other other promotions, that it's just very much. I like how other promotions do it also, like a big thing, like for example, the UFC, where they brought in someone to be matchmaker of a day.
Yeah.
We want what we want. Tell us what fights you want. I'm not saying I'm gonna make them. That's still me. That's still me. But I want dream matches. I want people to put it out like I want to see this person fight this person. I want to see, because that's fun.
Yeah, it's
fun.
It's
dude. Conversation. We're building out a community, and we want to really put on the fights that are exciting, but also the fights that people want to see
live. Because
we're gonna airdrop something. We're gonna show fights on the. No, I'm kidding. We'll get to that.
Bro, speaking of fights, you see the last Free Friday fight?
Oh, dude. Okay, and I love watching the commentary too because like on point, Josue the Problem Rivera. Like there's number one, that was just pure domination. Pure domination from start to finish. It was a first round TKO, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, first round TKO.
I mean, and
referee
then
stoppage.
Referee stoppage. An amateur fight, so we have to be careful with it. But what a dominant performance of a fighter who was heavier than him at the time. And when my favorite part, not to again hurt my wrist, patting myself on the back, is me and Franco, my wonderful Franco, my amazing co-commentator. We were both talking how, is he going to get a pro nod? Is he going to get a pro nod? And then just as I said that, or just as we're talking, Rivera looks at me dead in the eyes, give me a point.
I remember that.
He's like looking at me, and I'm like, shoot, I heard you, bro. If that was your resume, god damn.
So James, it's safe to say we're going to expect him in the pro leagues very soon.
Oh, we could definitely expect him in the pros very soon. I actually have some interesting fights. I don't want to make any announcements just yet. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna keep that one very near and dear.
I trust you, bro. I trust you.
But I got some potential options. And anybody else? I mean, we want Rivera back. He knows it. We want him back. Who do you want to see? Josue? Is it Josue? Josue. I want to say Josue.
We call him Josue.
Probably Josue. Because I have Josue is also how I've heard it. Josue the Problem Rivera. Who would you like to see him fight? Drop your comments down below. Message the page.
And we're back.
Reach out. We're back. Oh man, no, we're good. We have a little furry friend in the studio today, and he may show up. He may show up on camera, and he is adorable. He just keeps running around with his little legs. So we may have a new mascot on our hands. No, but going back, we were talking about fans. We were talking about engaging with fans. We engage with our fans, both in person and like at the live events and online. And just like with any with any sport, to be honest, it's a different feeling when you watch live.
Oh yeah, no
It's
doubt.
a very different feeling. There's some sports for me that I think it's better to watch on TV or like with commentary, for example. You know, sports is specifically where you have to explain some things or, you know, you might be learning something. It might be good to watch it first with the commentary. But the energy,
It's different.
the
It's different when
feeling,
you're there.
oh my
Dude,
goodness.
it's electric. It's electric when you're there. But what I love about what we did with TNT is that when you're there, you're there, you feel the energy, you enjoy the fights in person. But when you can't be there in person, the broadcast's pretty fun as well. You and
thank
Franco bring it.
Thank you very much.
It reminds me of
Wow.
old school WWE. Oh. You guys have great banter, so it's super fun to watch.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. No, I mean, I have so much fun doing it, and I have a great partner in the booth with me. I like telling stories, and I want to be able to, like, showcase like tell that story to like what's going on. It reminds me of, like the old baseball on radio kind of thing. You were just listening, and they were just describing what's happening. And that's play by play, but it's good to know like how it all comes together, the tapestry of what's happening. And I think that it's really, what are you gonna do, right? It's really fun when there's going back to how fans engage with each other. It's fun when, for example, when we're streaming, that they comment with each other.
Yeah.
People are talking. They're engaging with each other. They're saying like, oh, ganito, parang ganon. Oh, my fighter's gonna kick your fighter's ass. And it's fun getting people engaged because just as you can get that same kind of excitement. And I think, yeah, we've proven that you could do things remotely. There's a time and a place for both.
Definitely.
And for the fans out there, we give both options. We want and we encourage everyone to come watch live. It is different, it's fun, and I am blessed to be right there in front of the fighters as
You're
they're
in the
throwing.
splash zone, bro.
I mean,
So when those fighters get hit, all the sweat, dude.
Oh,
if,
yeah.
if they so happen to get hit towards you,
Yeah.
dude, you're gonna get soaked.
I'm sure some is like I've been hit by some powers at some point. Just at least powers lang, ayoko ng blood. Like that would just be like, you just hear on the broadcast, oh, what's going on? But I think that again, like I was saying, if you can't make it live, then you could watch it live, and you could watch it with the group. You could do a watch party. Like
yeah.
I love doing watch
They're
parties.
fun, dude.
This is Keith. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. He the cutie guy's here.
Hey, buddy.
We get so distracted, but I mean, it's an adorable doggo. No, so like I was saying, watch parties are fun. Like as in, it makes it like again, you gotta. It's a fun way to introduce people to the sport as well.
Yeah.
Like you go with like for example, when I was just getting. I mean, I've been a long time fan of combat sports. But I wasn't watching, let's say, MMA when I was younger. I was like focused on Taekwondo, like that was it. When I started getting into MMA, I started watching with fans or friends who had been fans before so that they could talk me through. These are the fighters. These are just like with any sport. Like if I was gonna watch cricket, I'm gonna wanna watch with somebody who can explain to me what cricket is. I still don't get what cricket is.
Me too, bro.
I don't understand. But I'd wanna be with someone and like, I am blessed that I get the opportunity to kind of help bridge that gap for people who are watching the broadcast, but also talk to people like during the event. Like as in, there are breaks in between fights. I turn around and I talk to the fans that are ringside and be like, did you see that shit? Oh my God. That was, it's so much fun. And it's just the excitement.
Did you have a hard time doing commentary the first time?
I did. I mean, I was nervous. I'll be completely honest.
It was your first time, right?
It was my first time doing commentary like that. It was for any sporting event. I am no stranger to being on the mic. I'm no stranger to, I guess, hosting events and everything. But this is different. Like, as in, you have to, the focus is not on me. The focus is on what's happening in the ring.
You have to be quick.
I have to be quick. You have to analyze it. You have to, I could look away for 1 second and miss a knockout. that has happened when I've watched fights, and I just like imagine like, or if I'll go get my chicken wings that I ordered downstairs. I come back, I tapos na. Like what is this? So it's like I got into the groove of things. Again, it helped having the right person, and again, it's why it's fun to watch. And I cannot stress the engagement with the community enough. I think that sports is a social thing.
Oh, definitely.
And so, like, for example, what made it easier for me to be able to talk about the sport is being in the booth with someone as knowledgeable as Franco was or is. The mere fact of going to these different events, going to these different fights, cards, whatever, watching streaming or watching live, it's more fun when you're with people. Like, even if you both don't know what's going on. Like, I would like to go, like, I have no idea how they play it, but I think if the two of us went to go watch like a highlight match, I think that would be fun.
I think so as well.
Highlight is crazy, man. Like
I don't know the rules, but
I
it looks fun to watch.
No idea.
Oh,
Oh, is he biting?
he's biting my pants, dude. It's all good.
That's our producer coming through. It's all good. No worries. We'll cut around it. Keep it in. Keep it in. Did we get to see him? He's adorable. I wish we. Oh, perfect. No, but like, I want to briefly talk about also. We engage online as well. We talked about how like one of the engagements that we do, like from our last event with TNT2, we did the whole rock paper scissors thing.
Yeah, that was
engage
fun.
the crowd. But online, we want to start engaging. Like how I would like to start engaging is really just keeping that communication open. We want our page. We want our, I would say, our space, for lack of a better way to put it. We want it to be a place where everyone can talk about all things kickboxing, all things combat sports. We are going to try to lead the conversation and point it in a way that it should go about professionalizing combat sports here in the Philippines, really focusing on the fighters, the safety, the integrity, the highlighting our athletes. But we want to open up that, we're not gatekeeping anything. Have the talk, communicate on the page.
So, fans, please feel free to comment on our posts, on our content, aside from just enjoying the fights, talk about it,
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
No,
Tell us what you think. Tell us who you want to see us match up against each other.
Yeah, no, I think that at the end of the day, like, what I would love is watching people take our fights and do fight analysis on
That's
our
cool.
fights. How cool would that be?
That would be so cool.
We encourage it, out there. I will break down a fight. I'm doing it in person. I like going back and seeing. Like I was going back again to the last Free Friday fight. I was listening to my commentary, and I thought I did pretty well. But as I was watching it again, I could catch other things. I'm just like, oh, I could have said this, I could comment on how he's managing distance well, how he's closing the gap much, stuff that I might have missed in the heat of the excitement. And I would love to see people who maybe have more experience than I do look at these fights and break it down. I'm still a student in a lot of ways, and I'm learning. And I encourage the fans that we have, the fans of kickboxing, to, come along for the ride.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. Come along.
Again, we're a community.
Yeah.
So we encourage community engagement. We want our fans to be able to play a part in all of this.
Yeah, I think we should, speaking of community, let's do an open workout one of these days, man.
I'm game for that.
Open workout. Like, I got a little ways to go before I'm hitting the mat, hitting the ring as well. But I think that'd be fun way to engage. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do, and a lot of things that I think that we are doing and we have planned to do. But we want to make these events. We can't put on events if we don't have fans. Like, we're doing it for
Definitely.
the fans. Like it is a business. We want you to patronize our business. Be patrons of our business. Is it patronize our business? Is that the right way to put it?
I think so. That's fair.
Yeah. Overthinking it. But we want people to come and it is a business. But we want them to really enjoy it. We want them to go to events that they want to go to, and have a way that they can see the kind of events that they deserve to see, the fans deserve to see here. there's not enough events being done on the level that we want to do events, and it's not fair to the fans.
It's not fair to the fans.
It's not.
You know what else isn't fair to the fans? Dude, pirating the stream.
Oh yeah,
Guys, don't do that. Seriously.
Just
That's my hot take, okay? Do not pirate the stream. Do not try to freeload your way inside our events, because I will personally kick you out. And I've done that.
Yeah, and properly done. We want to make sure that the events are properly done, because we want to maximize. Like, don't pirate the screen, because we're giving you so much bang for your buck. Like, we're giving you, like, we're putting a lot of effort into these events because we want everyone to enjoy it. I like looking back at the event and seeing, like, oh my God, that was fun. It's exciting. You know, even just watching the broadcast. I wish that I could watch live, if that makes sense.
I get it, because you're working.
Because I'm working.
You're working.
I am working. I mean, I'm front row center. Yes, I get to see the fight, but I would like to watch live.
Same here, because I'm working as well.
Oh yeah, you're everywhere, dude. I'm surprised you catch any of the fights.
Like, I get to enjoy the fights when I'm reviewing the tape. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
before we post it,
True.
before we while we're editing it, that's when I really get to enjoy the fights, because I'm not working anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the hardest part for me, is like, because I mean, I love watching fights so much, but I don't get a. Oh, he's back! He's back! We so easily distracted by cute doggos.
Please don't bite my pants.
Don't bite my pants either. He didn't like it. No, but so going back to it, you know, from a fan perspective, you know, because we have to wear two hats. You know, we are fans, but we are, you know, this is our business. This is something that we are, you know, we're working hard on. We're working hard for. But it's like, we get to see so much of how it's grown, and I'm very, you know, I'm excited to be a part of it.
Same.
You know, I'm just
same.
like, it's fun. And one of the things that I love now that I didn't, you know, just I guess about being part of this community is I'm friends with a lot of these fighters now, which is so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like, I don't know. It's so cool. Like, as in, these guys, like, from the fighters that are just getting their break, you know, they're fighting, you know, maybe they're fighting in our amateur league, maybe they've just started training and they're like a, you know, an up and comer, to these fighters that have like Red Romero.
The vets.
Like Red, it was so cool to actually get to, like, because again, I was new to the scene, I would say, when I came in, and getting to hang out with Red, getting to, you know, break bread with him, Rex Delara as well. You know, seeing that, putting together that fight was really cool. And then being able to, you know, interact with them, be friends with them. I love it. I love it. And I love that they're fans. The fighters are fans themselves. You know, it's always fun to see who a fighter's favorite fighter is.
Yes, that's true.
Right? Like, because it's different. You know, you want to fight like someone and everything. But that's why it is so fun to really bring everything together. And we want to make things better. You know, I want to get as much, you know, feedback as possible. That's our call to action. You know, we're new to these things. We're new to the internet. Call C
T-A.
T-A.
CTA.
Call to action. No, but seriously, drop some
Drop
feedback.
a comment. Yeah,
Drop
let us
some
know. Let us
feedback.
know how we're doing.
Good, the bad, the ugly. I want to know, because, like, ultimately, every criticism that we get is something that we can use to make the events better, put together better fights, put together, you know, just have an event that everyone could want to go to. How did you put it?
The goal. Oh yeah, because what we want is to have family-friendly suntukan.
Family-friendly santukan. I like it.
And of course, to make Philippine sports a world-class experience. Because
Yeah.
I keep on saying it. We had Thrilla in Manila decades ago. If it was done before, why can't we do it again?
Exactly.
You know, we want the fighters to come here. We want to showcase local fighters and, you know, bring in foreign competition eventually.
Yeah.
Because we think that the Philippines can be a destination for combat sports.
100%. And the local fighter, I mean, so far from, you know, again, I'm close to the fighters with my role as matchmaker, you know, also managing the relations of both the interactions between our organization and the fighters. I've gotten primarily positive feedback. Like, as in, it's been good. Like, not, again, I'm going to hurt my wrist with as much as I am patting myself on the back. But we've gotten nothing but good feedback. I mean, and that's what we aim for. You know, we want we can't. It's. There's three elements, right? You have the fans, which we need in order to put on the events, and we have the fighters, which we need to be able to put on the events. Just like the fans need both us fighters, need the promotion and the fighters to be able to enjoy the events. And the fighters need the fans so that they can actually go to the events because that's who's paying for the ticket. You know, it's an ecosystem, right? It's all three
Definitely.
together. And the fighters have had, you know, very positive interactions. We take care of our fighters. You're fighting in the TNT. If you're in the TNT ring, you're fighting for us. We take care of you. You
Yes,
know,
definitely.
And I
Both
think
pros and amateurs.
both pros and amateurs. Anybody who's going to be fighting in our ring, and I think that approach, how we've gone about that, you know, making sure that we uphold fighter safety, making sure that we uphold professionalism across both our amateurs and our pros, that respect that we show the fighters, they're showing us in turn. And it has been, you know, that is how we want to continue to grow and continue to move forward, professionalizing, you know, kickboxing in the Philippines, not even just kickboxing, but combat sports as a whole, but bringing that professional element that has not always been present.
That's very true. And to add to that, I think that by putting our best foot forward, the fighters also do the same for us.
Yeah.
They, like I said in the past, they weren't used to this kind of professional setting before,
Yeah.
and we're happy with the effort they put into in showing us how professional they are. You know, so they're very game, very keen on showing us their skills, but they're also very much willing to comply with our standards.
I mean, yeah. Again, it comes down to if we're taking care of them. You know, we want to. When you look at like how other promotion, like globally, right? We're not the only promotion out there. You know, and we want to look at who is leading the charge. Who are the best promotions, not just locally but globally, and use them as an example. Use them as a way that this is how it can be done. And bring it to the Philippines. You know, you could look just over the pond.
What pond?
I make myself laugh. Jesus Christ. You just look over like how the UFC does it, right? The UFC, they really focus on like the build up to a fight week. Oh, there's nothing more exciting for me
And
than
fight week.
fight week.
Dude.
Oh my God. And that's what the Filipino fans deserve, to have that kind of build up.
And Filipino fans are some of the best fans in the world, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, whether it's a concert, a sporting event, Filipino
Yeah.
fans just bring it. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure. And like it goes back to when you had the Pacquiao fights. The whole country shuts down. There's zero crime. There's zero traffic. You know, things stop to watch. But those are fights that were not happening here.
Yeah.
That's what I'd love to do. You know, the Filipino fans deserve to have that kind of build up to a fight
Here.
You know, have the open workouts, have the meet and greet, have the big press con open to the public, and have the weigh-ins where you can get the final face-off before they get put into the ring or a cage, whatever it may be.
I can just imagine it. Dude, the image in my mind, it's so epic. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I can imagine, let's just say, like, for our very first belt, can you imagine having open workouts for that? Can you imagine the press con? Can you imagine them going at each other at the
Can I
press con?
carry it? Can I carry out the belt?
Sure.
Okay, no.
You can carry out the
I
belt.
can carry out the belt.
As matchmaker,
As matchmaker,
I'm gonna let you be the one to carry out the belt.
I'm just warming it up. So I mean, you know, it's just two events. It's two events, and you know, obviously we have those big dreams, but baby steps, muna.
Yeah,
You know,
step by step.
step by step by step. You know, we are getting there. You know, I think, and I'm proud to say, I have switch hands. Hurt my other wrist. Proud to say we've done a lot. You know, there's still a lot to be done. You know, we are far from done with what we want to do with this industry. But we've made some good steps. We've made some, you know, baby steps, but we've made some solid steps in the right direction. And I am looking forward to what the future is going to bring, Miguel. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Same. I'm very excited. And this year alone, we have some big plans. We're really excited to announce them, but just be patient, fans. Just be patient. We'll get there. All I'm going to say is we're planning something historical. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. And I think that is as good a note to end on any. You know, thank you so much for coming. No,
Thanks,
it's
James.
always, like I said, always love these conversations. Looking forward. We got more stuff coming up. We got some more announcements coming soon.
Yep.
Why don't you bring us out?
All right. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Catch us on Spotify and YouTube. And, of course, watch out on our page. We might post a free fight soon. So, I'm Miguel.
And I'm James.
See you guys soon. Handa ka na ba?